Of the Psalms, American Bible Union. First Book, Psalm 1. Happy the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But in the law of Jehovah is his delight, and in his law he meditates day and night. And he shall be as a tree planted by the watercourses, which yields its fruit in its season, and his leaf shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Not so are the wicked, but as the chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For Jehovah knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked shall perish. Psalm 2. Why do the heathen rage, and peoples imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and rulers take counsel together against Jehovah, and against his anointed. Let us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. He that sits in the heavens will laugh, the Lord will deride them. Then he will speak to them in his anger, and will confound them in his hot displeasure. Yet it is I that have anointed my king, on Zion my holy mount. I will declare the decree. Jehovah said to me, Thou art my son. I this day have begotten thee. Ask of me, and I will give the heathen for thine inheritance, and the ends of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Now then, ye kings, be wise. Be warned, ye judges of the earth. Serve Jehovah with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish in the way. For quickly will his anger burn. Happy are all who put their trust in him. Psalm 3. A psalm of David when he fled from Absalom his son. Jehovah, how many are my foes? Many are rising up against me. Many are saying of my soul, there is no salvation for him in God. Pause. But thou, Jehovah, art a shield about me, my glory, and he that lifts up my head. With my voice I cry unto Jehovah, and he hears me from his holy mount. Pause. I have laid me down and slept. I have awaked, for Jehovah sustains me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who have arrayed themselves against me round about. Arise, Jehovah, save me, my God. For thou hast smitten all my enemies on the cheekbone. The teeth of the wicked thou hast broken. The salvation is of Jehovah. Thy blessing be upon thy people. Pause. Psalm 4. To the chief musician, with stringed instruments, a psalm of David. When I call, answer thou me, my righteous God. In the distress thou didst give me enlargement. Be gracious to me, and hear my prayer. Sons of men, how long shall my glory be for shame? How long will ye love vanity, seek a lie? Pause. But know that Jehovah has set apart his beloved. Jehovah will hear when I call to him. Stand in awe and do not sin. Commune with your heart upon your bed, and be still. Pause. Offer sacrifices of righteousness, and put your trust in Jehovah. Many are saying, who will cause us to see good? Lift upon us the light of thy countenance, O Jehovah. Thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time when their corn and their new wine increased. In peace will I both lay me down and sleep, for thou, Jehovah, alone wilt make me dwell in safety. Psalm 5. To the chief musician, to the music of wind instruments, a psalm of David. Give ear to my words, O Jehovah. Consider my complaint. Attend to the voice of my cry, my King and my God, for to thee will I pray. Jehovah, in the morning shalt thou hear my voice. In the morning will I direct my prayer to thee, and will watch. For thou art not a God that has pleasure in wickedness. Evil shall not dwell with thee. The proud shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou wilt destroy them that speak falsehood. Jehovah will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. But I, in the abundance of thy kindness, will I come into thy house. I will worship toward thy holy temple in thy fear. Jehovah, lead me in thy righteousness because of my enemies. Make plain thy way before me. For there is nothing certain in their mouth. Their inward part is corruption. Their throat is an opened sepulchre. They make smooth their tongue. Let them bear their guilt, O God. They shall fall by their own counsels. In the multitude of their transgressions thrust them out. For they have rebelled against thee. But all that trust in thee shall rejoice. They shall ever shout for joy, and thou wilt defend them. And they that love thy name shall be joyful in thee. For thou, Jehovah, wilt bless the righteous. With favor as with a shield wilt thou encompass him. Psalm 6. To the chief musician, with stringed instruments upon the 8th. A psalm of David. Jehovah, do not in thine anger rebuke me, and do not in thy hot displeasure correct me. Be gracious to me, Jehovah, for I waste away. Heal me, Jehovah, for my bones are shaken, and my soul is sorely shaken. And thou, Jehovah, how long? Return, O Jehovah, deliver my soul. Save me for thy mercy's sake. For in death there is no remembrance of thee. In the underworld who will give thee thanks? I am wearied with my groaning. All the night I make my couch to swim. With tears I cause my bed to flow. Mine eye is wasted with grief, is grown old because of all my adversaries. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. For Jehovah has heard the voice of my weeping. Jehovah has heard my supplication. Jehovah will receive my prayer. All my enemies shall be ashamed and sorely dismayed. They shall turn back, shall be ashamed suddenly. Psalm 7. A plaintive song of David, which he sang to Jehovah concerning the words of Cush, a Benjamite. Jehovah my God, in thee I put my trust. Save me from all my persecutors, and deliver me, lest he tear my soul like a lion, rending in pieces, and there be no deliverer. Jehovah my God, if I have done this, if there is iniquity in my hands, if I have requited with evil him that was at peace with me, yea, I have delivered him that without cause oppressed me, then let the enemy pursue my soul and overtake it, and tread down my life to the earth, and lay my honor in the dust. Pause. Arise, O Jehovah, in thine anger. Raise thyself up amid the wrath of my adversaries, and awake for me. Thou hast commanded judgment. And let the assembly of the peoples encompass thee round, and return to the place on high above them. Jehovah will judge the nations. Judge me, O Jehovah, according to my righteousness, and according to my integrity within me. Let now the evil of the wicked come to an end, and thou wilt establish the just, even trying the hearts and reins, righteous God. My shield is with God, who saves the upright in heart. God is a righteous judge, and God is angry every day. If one turn not, he will whet his sword. His bow he has bent and made it ready, and has aimed at him weapons of death. His arrows he will make burning ones. Behold, he will travail with iniquity, and conceive mischief, and bring forth falsehood. He digged a pit and hollowed it out, and fell into the ditch he made. His mischief will return upon his own head, and upon his crown will his violence descend. I will praise Jehovah according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of Jehovah Most High. Psalm 8. To the chief musician, on the Gittith, a psalm of David. Jehovah our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth! Thou whose glory is set upon the heavens. Out of the mouth of children and nurslings hast thou founded strength because of thine adversaries, to silence the enemy and the revenger. When I behold thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, moon and stars, which thou hast ordained. What is man that thou shouldst be mindful of him, and a son of man that thou shouldst visit him, and shouldst make him little lower than angels, and shouldst crown him with glory and honor, shouldst give him dominion over the works of thy hands? All thou hast put under his feet, sheep and oxen all of them, yea, and beasts of the field, bird of heaven, and fishes of the sea, that which passes through paths of the sea. Jehovah our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth! Psalm 9. To the chief musician, after the melody, Death of the Son, a psalm of David. I will praise Jehovah with my whole heart. I will recount all thy wondrous works. I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praise to thy name, Most High, when my enemies turn backward, stumble, and perish before thee. For thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou sattest in the throne, judging right. Thou hast rebuked the heathen, hast destroyed the wicked. Their name thou hast blotted out forever and ever. As for the enemy, the desolations are ended forever. And cities hast thou destroyed. Their memory, even theirs, is perished. But Jehovah will sit forever. He has founded his throne for judgment, and he will judge the habitable earth in righteousness. He will judge peoples in uprightness. So let Jehovah be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of distress. And they will trust in thee who know thy name, for thou hast not forsaken them that seek thee, Jehovah. Sing praise to Jehovah who dwells in Zion. Make known his deeds among the peoples. That he who makes inquisition for blood has remembered them, has not forgotten the cry of the suffering. Be gracious to me, Jehovah. Behold my suffering from them that hate me, thou that liftest me up from the gates of death, that I may recount all thy praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion, may exult in thy salvation. The heathen have sunk down in the pit they made. In the net which they hid is their own foot taken. Jehovah made himself known. He executed judgment. In the work of his hands was the wicked snared. Music pause. The wicked shall turn back to the underworld, all the heathen that forget God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The hope of the humble shall not perish forever. Arise, Jehovah, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged before thee. Put them in fear, O Jehovah. Let the heathen know that they are men. Pause. Psalm 10. Wherefore, O Jehovah, standest thou afar off, hidest thyself in times of distress? The wicked in his pride persecutes the lowly. Let them be taken in the devices which they contrived. For the wicked glories in his soul's desire, and greedy of gain forsakes, contemns Jehovah. The wicked through his pride of countenance will not seek. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are sure at all times. Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight. As for all his adversaries, he scoffs at them. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved. I shall never be in adversity. With cursing is his mouth filled, and with deceits and extortion. Under his tongue is mischief and falsehood. He sits in ambush by the villages. In the secret places he slays the innocent. His eyes lurk for the wretched. He lies in wait in the hiding place as a lion in his covert. He lies in wait to seize upon the weak. He seizes upon the weak when he has drawn him into his net. He bows himself, he crouches down, and the wretched fall by his strong ones. He says in his heart, God has forgotten. He has hidden his face. He sees it not forever. Arise, O Jehovah! O God, lift up thy hand. Do not forget the lowly. Wherefore has the wicked contemned God, said in his heart, Thou wilt not require it? Thou hast seen, for thou dost look upon trouble and sorrow, to set them on thy hand. To thee the wretched will commit it. The orphan's helper hast thou been. Break the arm of the wicked, and the evil man. Thou wilt search out his wickedness till thou find no more. Jehovah is king forever. The heathen have perished from his land. The desire of the lowly thou hast heard, O Jehovah. Thou wilt confirm their heart. Thou wilt incline thine ear, to judge the orphan and oppressed, that he no more may dread man that is of the earth. Psalm 11. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. In Jehovah I put my trust. How say ye to my soul, Flee as a bird to your mountain? For lo, the wicked bend the bow. They have fitted their arrow upon the string, to shoot covertly at the upright in heart. When the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do? Jehovah is in his holy temple. Jehovah, in heaven is his throne. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the sons of men. Jehovah tries the righteous, and the wicked and lover of violence his soul hates. He will rain on the wicked snares, fire and brimstone, and a burning tempest, the portion of their cup. For righteous is Jehovah. He loves righteousness. His countenance beholds the upright. Psalm 12. To the chief musician, on the 8th, a psalm of David. Save, Jehovah, for the godly ceases, for the faithful fail from the sons of men. They speak falsehood every man with his neighbor, with flattering lips, with a double heart they speak. May Jehovah cut off all flattering lips, the tongue that speaks proud things, who say, With our tongue will we prevail. Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? For the oppression of the lowly, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith Jehovah. I will set him in safety at whom he scoffs. The sayings of Jehovah are pure sayings, silver tried in a furnace of earth, 7 times refined. Thou, Jehovah, wilt keep them, wilt guard them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side, when the vilest of the sons of men are exalted. Psalm 13. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. How long, Jehovah? Wilt thou forget me forever? How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, bear sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? Look, I pray, answer me, Jehovah my God. Lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Lest my enemy say, I have prevailed over him. Lest my foes exult when I am ready to fall. But I, in thy kindness have I trusted. Let my heart exult in thy salvation. I will sing to Jehovah, for he has been bountiful to me. Psalm 14. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Corrupt, abominable are they in their works. There is none that doeth good. Jehovah looked down from heaven upon the sons of men, to see if there is any that understands, that seeks after God. They have all turned aside, together they are corrupted. There is none that doeth good, not even one. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, call not upon Jehovah? There were they in great fear, for God is in the righteous generation. Ye put to shame the counsel of the lowly, for Jehovah is his refuge. Oh, for the salvation of Israel out of Zion! When Jehovah turns the captivity of his people, Jacob will exult, Israel will rejoice. Psalm 15. A psalm of David. Jehovah, who shall sojourn in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy mount? He that walks uprightly, and works righteousness, and speaks truth in his heart. He has not slandered with his tongue, has not done evil to his fellow, nor taken up a reproach against his neighbor. In his eyes a reprobate is abhorred. But he will honor them that fear Jehovah. If he has sworn to his harm, he will not change. His money he has not put out at usury, nor has he taken a bribe against the innocent. He that does these things shall never be moved.